Okay, so get this right. 1961, JFK drops this phrase, affirmative action,
Oh, yeah.
but not about college.
Mm.
He's talking fair hiring.
Right.
Wild how it morphed, huh?
It really is. It became this huge debate, like, all over America.
Today we're diving into all that.
Deep dive.
Affirmative action, how we got here, where it's going.
Using this NPR episode as our guide, it's a good one.
Super interesting, really gets you thinking.
Yeah. And what I like is it's not just, laws and court cases.
Right.
It's about, like, what kind of society we want,
Solely.
Fairness, opportunity, success.
All that. And how we decide who gets what in education.
Exactly. It's huge.
It is crazy how much we hear about affirmative action tied to, like, the Ivy League.
Oh, for sure.
Those big-name colleges.
Maybe that's the problem,
Yeah.
Maybe we're so focused on who gets into Harvard, we miss the bigger picture.
The systemic stuff, holding people back even earlier.
Exactly. That's what J. Caspian Kang talks about.
Oh, right. He's in the NPR thing.
Writer, filmmaker was totally pro-affirmative action. Then he covers this lawsuit against Harvard.
Students for fair admissions, right?
Yep, they're saying Harvard discriminates against Asian American applicants.
Yeah. It's all about that personal rating they use.
Which, sounds good on paper, but
But Kang is saying it's like an open door for bias.
subconscious even, or intentional, who knows?
So we're supposed to have these holistic admissions.
Sounds nice, but in reality,
Could be hiding a lot.
Kang thinks we're getting distracted by elite colleges instead of fixing the whole system.
Okay, so rewind a bit. Before all this,
Yeah, let's go back.
1978, the Bake case.
That's the big one, foundational.
Alan Bake, white guy, sues UC Davis Med School.
Rejected twice because they had this racial quota system.
And the Supreme Court says,
Quotas. Nope, unconstitutional.
but,
Race can be a factor, among others, in admissions.
and that set off like decades of legal back and forth.
Oh, yeah, huge debates what's fair anymore.
It's like we're trying to balance this equation, right?
It's a really tough one.
Recognize historical disadvantage. Some groups got a rougher deal.
Absolutely.
But also be fair to individuals. Judge them on their own merit.
What does merit even mean, though?
Right. Is it just grades, test scores?
Or should it be more than that?
And that's where Kang comes in again, right?
Right. He's saying, look, the way we define merit now,
Yeah.
it's already biased, favors the privileged. We don't see the barriers holding some students back.
Yeah. So a true meritocracy, he's saying.
Would look at, like, socioeconomic background,
Sure.
access to resources, challenges you overcame,
Wow. Totally different.
not just rewarding those who already had every advantage.
Recognizes potential, even if you started from behind.
Exactly, that's the point.
But Kang doesn't stop there, does he?
No, he goes further.
It's not enough to just tweak the system, he's saying.
We need, like, a fundamental change.
He actually uses the words borderline revolutionary.
Maybe that's what it takes.
So, okay, what does that even look like?
A world after affirmative action.
Wow.
What could it be? Well, one idea is colleges start looking more at socioeconomic stuff.
Instead of race.
Yeah, like prioritize kids from low-income families
Ah.
or first-generation college students, that kind of thing.
That makes sense, but how do you even measure that?
Socioeconomic disadvantage.
Yeah, and wouldn't it, like, create new problems?
Oh, absolutely. It's complicated. No easy answers here.
Like, could end up hurting some other groups by accident, right?
Well, some folks worry about that, less racial diversity, even with good intentions.
So back to square one. Try to be fair to everyone, but...
Everyone's got different obstacles. It's tough.
And Kang, he goes even further, right?
Yeah, his argument gets really interesting.
What's he say?
He's like, why are we so fixated on these colleges?
The elite ones.
Exactly. What if, instead of fighting for those few spots, we made good education available to everybody?
Oh, wow.
Regardless of background, everyone has a chance.
So not just diversifying, like Harvard and Yale.
Right. Invest in the whole system.
But how? What would that even look like?
Well, Kang talks about big changes, starting with community college.
Community college.
Make it tuition free.
Whoa, free. That'd be huge.
For so many people, yeah. Open up tons of doors.
But that's got to be expensive, right?
Oh, it would require a big investment.
Yeah.
But Kang thinks it's worth it long term.
He sees it as like a foundation.
Yeah, a stepping stone, especially for those who couldn't afford or weren't ready for a 4-year college right away.
That's a good point. But it can't just be like, here's free classes, good luck.
No, of course not.
Those colleges need support, resources to make the education good.
Absolutely. Kang talks about that too.
Like what?
making it easier to transfer to four-year schools later.
Okay, so the credits count.
Yeah, and having support systems in place so students actually succeed.
So everyone has a real shot no matter where they started.
That's the idea.
Sounds kind of, I don't know, idealistic, doesn't it?
Like a big change.
How do we even get from here to that?
Well, Kane points out it's not as radical as it sounds.
Really?
Lots of other countries, they already do this.
Oh, interesting.
More equitable systems, we could learn from them.
Adapt it to, like, the U.S. way.
Exactly, not starting from scratch.
But even if we change the laws, policies,
Yeah.
people got to change too, right? Like this obsession with the Ivy League,
It's a mindset shift.
valuing different kinds of success, not just the prestige schools.
And that's where you come in, our listener.
Oh, okay.
Because societal change, it starts with individuals, you know?
Makes sense.
Questioning assumptions. What's a good education even mean?
Right, right.
Seeing the value in different paths, different people.
So, okay, we've covered a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Legal battles, critiques of affirmative action, these alternatives.
And it all comes back to this question.
What are we really trying to do here?
Just diversify the top or create a system where anyone can have a good life.
Yeah, it's like, are we just shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic
Oh.
or actually trying to build a better boat?
That's a good way to put it. And it's not just about college either, right?
No, I mean, this ties into so much.
Healthcare, jobs, the whole economy, how we treat each other.
What we value as a society.
And it matters to you, our listener, directly, you know?
This isn't some abstract debate.
These decisions, they impact your life, your kids, your community.
So if we're serious about fairness, equality, got to start looking inward, huh?
Examine our own biases. What do we mean by merit?
Are we really open to different talents, ways of being successful?
Kang's thing about a revolution, it sounds dramatic.
It does.
But at its core, it's pretty simple.
What if we stopped worshiping those fancy colleges?
And instead built up a system that helps everybody.
Reach their potential, whatever that looks like for them.
Imagine your zip code doesn't doom you.
Family's money doesn't hold you back.
Good education is a right, not a prize for the lucky few.
Powerful stuff. But it takes more than just, like, passing a law.
Right, it's a change of heart, too.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, a lot to think about.
We want to leave you with some questions.
What can you do right here, right now, to make things fairer?
Speak up for policies that give everyone a chance.
And think about, what kind of future do you want to see?
For yourself, your family, the people around you.
Hopefully this got you thinking, maybe even sparked a little revolution in your own mind.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into affirmative action.
All is messy history, tough questions.
But also the possibility of something better.
And remember, this isn't the end of the conversation.
Keep thinking, keep talking, keep pushing for that future where everyone can thrive.
That's it for us. Thanks for listening.